This video is brought to you by WaySafe Trailer Hitches.
On this episode, we're going to figure out what is the quickest accelerating truck. Is it a traditional V8? Is it the new turbocharged 6, or is it electric?
Yeah, so we've got three trucks here. We've got the same trailer. We're going to hook to all three trucks. So in the middle, we have this Ford F-150 Tremor, which kind of represents the old school classic V8. We have the new Ram 1500 Rebel with the Hurricane inline 6, and then of course the Cybertruck.
As always, we're using our WaySafe hitch. It's all aluminum, really heavy duty. This one is rated at up to 12,500 pounds. It's height adjustable, has an integrated weight gauge so we can know that we're safe. We have the right amount of tongue load on this trailer. It helps a lot. And check them out using the link in the description below, waysafe.com/TFL. So in the previous episode where we tested the Cybertruck, we did the range test, and we found out that Cybertruck is no good at range.
Yeah, what'd you get, like 84 miles or something?
Yeah,
like
about
that?
85 miles, and then with 6% left, we had to recharge. So we're doing the next episode, right? We're doing performance testing. All right, towing 0 to 60 in the F-150 5-liter, tow haul mode, no locker, and traction is enabled. So like you would merge on the highway,
Yeah,
right?
Two-wheel drive, we really haven't changed anything.
Yeah.
We've got our tow haul mode dialed in, which is how you'd be towing up.
And we do have a heavy trailer. Still pretty good. That's full. It needs to build up RPM,
Yeah.
right? So really, oof, it's quite loud. So traditional engines, they really need to build up RPM in order to make power.
Yeah, really need to let it scream, and you can feel it working when it gets up there.
That's 6,500 RPM.
And there we go, that's 60 miles an hour. So 19.64 seconds.
Wow. That's pretty slow.
Pretty slow.
Yeah. I mean, we are towing almost 9,000 pounds. So figure that's like 2.5 times slower than a truck would be. By the way, can you do a 0 to 60 unladen?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just empty? And we can see exactly what the difference is.
Yeah, we need something to compare to.
Yeah.
So this Ford is supposed to represent the traditional truck, because at some point you went to buy a pickup truck and you pretty much only had the option of a naturally aspirated V8. But what are we looking at here, Andre?
Well, this is actually a refresh truck. It's a 2024 Tremor, but under the hood, Ford kept their 5-liter Coyote V8, and I'm so happy they did. It's still going to be on sale, as far as we know, into the future. 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. It's got a 10-speed automatic and also a 373 rear axle ratio. So this is a oldie, newie but goodie.
And it sounds good. I think we should take a listen. All right, now unladen in the F-150. I'm in sport mode. I'm in 4-wheel drive auto. I've got traction control off. Gonna brake torque it, and here we go. Pretty good launch. And we are screaming down the road, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. That's 50 and 60 right there. Let's see what we did. 8.51 seconds. So quite a bit quicker than without a trailer on the back. We expected that. The truck definitely still sounds like it's working. I think it sounds pretty good when you're in the throttle that much in a big V8 like this, but definitely wasn't hanging onto his gears as long as when we had a trailer hooked up. So yeah, there you go. As far as what we're towing today, we have our big tech steel trailer with our Ford Expedition on top. We didn't weigh it today, but we towed this same load last time we did the Ike Gauntlet. It was right around 8,800 pounds, so we know exactly what this whole setup weighs. All right, Andre, this truck you could get for a while with a V8, but this is something all new under the hood.
Yeah, you used to own a Rebel with a Hemi, right?
I did, yeah. This was my truck at one point.
Yeah, but this is the new 2025 version of the truck, and V8 is discontinued now. What we have under the hood here is a straight 6 turbo. It's a 3-liter Hurricane, like you said. It's got 2 turbochargers and a power rating of 420 horsepower and 469 pound-feet of torque. But it does have the 8-speed still. It's still there. So we'll have to wait and see how it performs here at higher elevation.
So this is replacing the Hemi, huh?
It is. It's a big deal. So what did you run in that new Tremor V8?
It was an
empty.
8.51 empty.
Okay, so 8.5 times 2, that's around 17 seconds, but we had a really heavy trailer. So that 19-second run kind of makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so now let's do this Ram twin-turbo Hurricane.
Mm-hmm, hit it.
Once again, same modes, so tow haul mode enabled, 2-wheel drive, and traction control is enabled, so nothing special.
Yeah, towing as we would be down the highway.
Okay, and let's get on to the on-ramp.
Go for it.
And see what happens. Whoa, okay.
A little bit of wheel spin there.
So it took a little while to actually get it there, but a lot of the torque is available down low.
Yeah, it seemed similar to the Ford in the way that, it really takes a second for things to start happening when you get on it, but not quite as dramatic in terms of sound, but that felt faster under it.
And kind of a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Let's see what our Solo DL GPS device says.
So 16.48 seconds. A few seconds quicker than the Ford.
Wow. Okay. Well, now you have to run this truck without a trailer and see exactly what the Hurricane Rebel can do.
Yeah, I think we know it's going to be quicker than the Ford without a trailer just based on that time, but we need to figure out what this does 0 to 60 just on its own.
Yeah, and by the way, both of these trucks, the Ford, the new Ford, and the Ram, they're loaded with towing tech.
Oh yeah.
Right, they have trailer backup assist systems. They have hands-free driving systems.
Mm-hmm.
They have, well, this one has towing mirrors. The Ford does not.
Some really good towing mirrors too, and easy to control. And I don't know if you looked at the back bumper of this, there's like 4 different plugs back there for cameras and sensors, so tons of stuff you can do. You've got, backup assist, trailer steering.
Cameras, everything.
Everything.
And both of these trucks actually, so the Ford F-150 Tremor fully loaded is $78,500. This one fully loaded, the Rebel, is $82,000.
All right, well, part of the reason we're doing this video is because this engine's all new in this Ram 1500. And this is the first time we've actually gotten to do some testing with it here in Colorado. So I'm in 4-wheel drive auto, got traction control turned off. We're gonna brake torque it a little bit. I've got my lap timer, 0 to 60 timer right there. And we'll go for it. Camera's flying around a little bit. And still creeping up to 60. That's 60 right there. 6.54 seconds, 0 to 60. Which is not too bad for a big full-size truck. So that gives us something to compare to. But that's what this truck does, 0 to 60. At least at a mile above sea level.
It's gonna be hotter than hell in here.
Yeah.
The fan speed on the HVAC system is kind of loud.
It's kind of loud, it's super loud.
It's super loud, in low.
Yeah.
Okay, so our GPS tracker is on. The Cybertruck has about 64% battery, so it doesn't have, full capacity, right now charge as far as charge is concerned, but it should have plenty still.
People tow on 64% charge all the time, so I think it's a fair test.
Yeah. And also, we don't have any special modes. It's all-wheel drive, right, all the time. It just kind of does its own thing. So I hope that Expedition stays on.
Yeah, hopefully. This has got the power, if any of these 3 trucks do, to start breaking some straps loose. So.
Okay. All right,
let's see it.
Okay. It kind of is feeling the weight a little bit.
Yep. Not quite as instant as I thought it was going to be off the line.
And there it is.
That's 60 miles an hour right there.
And you can kind of hear the electric motor a little bit too.
Yeah, it makes a decent amount of noise.
which I kind of like. I mean, the beauty about that V8 Coyote is that it lets you know it's revving, and it's pretty nice sound.
Under 10 seconds, Andre. 9.56. That's impressive.
It is very impressive, dude. Let's turn the AC on.
Yeah, get that cranking.
It's impressive. It has, well, these triangular mirrors are not great for towing. They're okay-ish for this trailer because we have a kind of a low slung, car hauler.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have that many modes, right, for towing, but there's a blue symbol that kind of lets me know that the truck knows that it's towing, it's plugged in. And I have a brake controller. Yeah,
you can adjust the boost mode on there. You can hold the screen to enable the brakes on the trailer.
I can use my little wheel.
Yeah, you don't even need to take your hands off the wheel. Yeah. I'm curious what you think of backing a trailer up with this, because the steering, is so tight, lock to lock.
It's very sensitive, and it doesn't have like auto trailer backup.
Yeah.
Like the other trucks.
Yeah, the other ones will back a trailer for you.
Yeah.
This doesn't. Have you tried it yet?
Not much. Well, I was just backing up to hook up to the trailer, and it's quite sensitive. But the nice thing, the camera has good resolution, so that's really nice. And by the way, dude, towing this trailer, I'm just talking to you, and I don't feel like I'm towing.
Yeah, no.
It's like, it's so easy because you don't hear the straining engine.
No.
Actually.
Yeah, you don't have the engine convincing you the truck's working really hard. This is on air suspension, so it's doing a good job of absorbing everything.
Really comfy.
Yeah. Plus, you can't see out of the back of it, so if you look behind you, you still can't tell there's a trailer behind you.
You're right. Let's look under the hood of the Cybertruck.
Wow, look at that.
Wait a minute. What happened to the engine? Well, it has 2 electric motors.
I will say that's pretty cool. I like the little welding touch.
Yeah.
They did there.
But they welded plastic somehow. That's quite interesting.
All electric though. So
yeah.
What are we doing with for power here?
So this is a dual motor foundation series. So basically one of the first Cybertrucks you can buy. And total horsepower rating is around 600. And Tesla doesn't actually list horsepower or torque ratings technically, so it's just kind of like guessing from what we know traditionally from Tesla.
Cybertruck people don't care about power, huh?
Well, they only quote 0 to 60s at around 4.1 seconds when it's not towing. So, of course, it's a lot of power, but it also weighs more than the traditional trucks.
Yeah, it weighs a lot more. And we've already done, our towing tests, figured out what it's like to tow. We know range isn't, the thing that you're going to go screaming home about if you're towing with a Cybertruck. But today's video is all about finding out how they accelerate and what it is like off the line with a trailer in an electric truck versus an old school V8 versus a new inline-6 twin turbo engine. All right, now for a 0 to 60 in the Cybertruck with nothing hooked up to the back of it, so an empty run. We've got a couple different driving modes, but I'm in the custom one right now. That way I can get the preferred ride height to lowered and the acceleration on standard. There's only chill and standard to choose from. So we're in the best mode possible for a 0 to 60. Got my timer ready, and I'm just gonna mash it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And that was 60 right there. Not as crazy quick right off the line as I thought it was gonna be. Pretty impressive though, 4.44 seconds 0 to 60. This is a big, heavy truck. This is the heaviest truck out of all 3 of these. And yeah, very quick. Even though it wasn't like break your neck quick off the line. That turning radius though, pretty damn good.
So dude, what did we figure out today? Really, I mean, traditional V8 truck, super solid, but it just doesn't have what it takes at high elevation specifically.
Yeah, I think we've proven that electric trucks, doesn't really matter what situation you're in, they'll tow really well unless you need to go a really far distance, and then
exactly.
You gotta go get one of those other trucks.
Exactly, or maybe even a diesel.
Yep.
And the Hurricane, I'm impressed. What about you?
I'm really impressed, yeah. Like you said at the start of this video, I used to own that same truck, but with the Hemi in it. And yeah, you don't get the super loud sound when you get into the throttle, but that engine is so smooth, it's really powerful.
It's like butter,
yeah,
really.
I'd be more than happy owning one of those trucks at the Hurricane.
And also, that's like a fully loaded Rebel. I just got into it while towing. And dude, it's like a cocoon, right?
Yeah.
Like cocoons you.
Yeah, it's nice being inside
in this luxury. So that's pretty impressive too. And by the way, this truck is 102,000, the way you see it here, with the Foundation Series. Without the Foundation Series, it would be around 80, which actually would match those other trucks.
It would be pretty close in price. But right now, the Foundation Series is about all you can get, and the ones you can find, they're being marked up a crazy amount.
Exactly. Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned. We'll do more with the Tremor and the Rebel. We'll off-road them, and I want to gauntlet them too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Got plenty to do.
Stay tuned.